Hello and welcome back to Pitch Perfect, Haters TV's women's football show, live from Zurich, Switzerland. Thank you for joining us at this slightly later time. We had quite late nights. We had late nights for both of us. You were in
Yeah.
Basel. I was in, gosh, where was I? St.
St.
Gallen,
Gallen.
sorry.
Lack of sleep.
Still not functioning. But thank you for joining us. And as always, we have our daily quiz going on. Just up here in the top left of your screen, do scan that QR code. It is also available in the description. Yeah, get involved. Get on that leaderboard. Test your Euro 2025 knowledge. We also have a poll going. Who was your England player of the match against Wales? Because you probably realised by now, but England did pretty well last night. England managed to secure their qualification, which we will, of course, come on to talk about in a lot of detail. But we want to hear from you. Who is your player of the match? We've put 4 options there: Russo, Toon, Stanway, and Kira Walsh. If you disagree, let us know in the comments. But yeah, please do get voting. We'd love to hear from you. Well, we'll jump straight in.
Mhm.
What an amazing day it was yesterday for England fans, and Wales fans, actually, I've got to say, because I was in St. Gallen and wow, it was lively. They were having the best time. What a clash, what a rivalry. And also what a way for England to do it in style, in the sense of, okay, they've qualified and people are now happy after that initial front. But also for Wales, they got that goal and they really wanted a goal against England. So it felt like wins for kind of both sides in a way. I don't think Wales thought they were actually gonna win.
Yeah, I think it was just the perfect end to the group stages. I think Group D has obviously been the one that's had the popcorn flowing for all fans watching Euro 2025, and for Wales, they've scored in 2 out of 3 of their group stage games. I don't think fans would have expected that. So, yeah, it wasn't a very good performance. However, when England are firing across all cylinders, it's impossible to stop the Lionesses. So, yeah, a great game for the neutral, but a special game for the Welsh fans, for the Red Wall, and of course the Lionesses.
Oh, definitely. There was so much excitement and people were just loving life, really. It was really lovely. Um, we'll talk about the game you were at first, and then we'll dive into all of our Lionesses
Yeah.
content because we've got a lot of it. But I want to hear from you first. The Netherlands-France game, it ended 4-2 to France, which meant that France topped their group. They now set up a quarter-final tie against Germany, deemed maybe the tougher side of the
Mhm.
draw. But what did you make of the game and that the performances?
Honestly, the game was actually like I think both games we were both at, we both got a lot of goals, which is always very good as a media journalist to watch a lot of goals go in. But the performance was very exciting. I was walking with the Dutch fans to the stadium, and look, they didn't have a lot of hope. I spoke to a couple of them, and they said, "Hey, look, we're not certain we're going to win, but we're here to turn up in numbers," and that they did. Actually thought the Netherlands were the better of the two sides in the opening 45 minutes, right? They went ahead with a great goal from Victoria Pelova, and then France equalized, and then Netherlands went ahead again. And it seemed at that stage, oh, this group could be a little bit more exciting because they needed a 2-goal advantage on France to qualify. But then it almost felt like they went in at halftime and saw the England Wales score and said, yeah, look, this is probably curtains for us. And mentally, that didn't do them any favors. There's been some chat around the Dutch camp this week in terms of the mentality isn't as good as it should be. So France came out and they did exactly what France did against England, exactly what France did against Wales. They turned it on, they got the result, and they've booked themselves into the knockouts at the top of Group D.
Yeah, and you're talking about the camp and is it where it should be? There's obviously they're going to get a new head coach at the
Mm-hmm.
end of this tournament, so that must be an interesting feeling, knowing that this is kind of quite temporary for
Yeah.
now.
The Dutch camp this tournament has not been great at all. Like Andreas Jonker, who is the manager, we've spoken about it when Laura Howard was on the show, but prior to the tournament, he went on a podcast and said there were moments where I wanted to quit being the head coach earlier than his actual confirmed departure, which is never good for a team
Yeah.
going into a major tournament. And then off the back of the England result as well, Daniela van der Donk came out and said I was fit to start and he didn't start me, whereas Jonker was telling the press and the media that she wasn't fit to start. So there's issues there around the camp. And then you go into a game last night and you've got someone like Viviana Miedema not starting, which obviously raised some questions. So yeah, for the Dutch, it felt like this was written in the stars for them, considering the buzz around them, the media around them, and the fact that Jonker doesn't really seem like he wants to be, and he knows he's about to be out of a job. So why is he going to even try?
Yes. Well, a disappointing tournament for the Netherlands. It was the group of death for them. They were the team who suffered. But yes, we see France and England progress. France top of that group, England second of that group. And it's crazy to say because that rounds off the group stages.
Yeah.
We have had 12 days of back-to-back
Yeah.
fixtures. And yeah, it's felt pretty non-stop, but equally at the same time, I can't believe it's over.
I know, it's ran past. I can't believe we've watched however many football games, like 24 games of football in 12 days, and oh my gosh, there's only 7 games left of the Euros.
I know. And but this is the juicy part.
Yeah, this is the crunch time,
This
isn't
is
it?
crunch time. This is what everyone has been waiting for. But yeah, shout out to all those other nations who have not made it to the knockout rounds because they've all been brilliant. I
Yeah.
think they've all added something in their own right.
Mhm.
And I think the biggest of those teams who've added the most has to be Wales.
Yeah, 100%.
Tournament debutantes. We've spoken about them so much on this show, just how much those fans have brought. The third highest number of travelling fans to Switzerland for a nation that small is incredible. And they made noise yesterday in St. Gallen. Wow, did they make noise? I was in the town earlier speaking to some fans. That will be on YouTube later on today. Some really lovely moments with the fans. And yeah, just hearing what they had to say about what it means for Welsh football. It was really brilliant. But of course, it ended in that 6-1 victory to the Lionesses. So huge shout out to them. 6 different goal scorers. And before we jump into it, let's hear what Sarina Wiegman had to say about her team's performance.
I think we're in a good place. Everyone, as far as I know, because I haven't been in the dressing room yet, but everyone came out fit. So that's very important too, and good. Yeah, this group, like, of course, we didn't have a good start against France, but that gave us also, yeah, the urgency to to do things better as a team on the pitch, getting the connections better, and of course with that loss, the urgency came, and I think the team really responded well on that, and now hopefully we can show that again against Sweden. I think we built momentum also from the France game. Because of course that really brought us together because everyone really wanted to perform and really want to be successful. So then this urgency comes, and I think in the Netherlands game we created urgency or we created momentum, but by just playing really well and playing to our strengths, and you could see the togetherness of the team. And I think today was a totally different game. We knew that because, yeah, we knew we would have the ball a lot, and then we wanted to do well on the ball. And I think most part of the game we did that. But yeah, what was momentum? Then we're in a good place, and we're really happy, and that helps going into Sweden. At the same time, we know that Sweden is going to be a total different game than it was tonight.
Yes, great to hear from Sarina Wiegman there. It's always nice to hear the manager's insights around their thinking. Of course, the starting 11 yesterday, it was really strong, and I think it was really. It was the same as the other day. It was really testament to her belief in those players, and yeah, just a word on them and her tactics as well, from believing in herself enough. From okay, the France game didn't go to plan, but trust the process and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. I think the biggest testament to Sarina Wiegman in this group stages is she knew what she wanted to do, and she often gets criticism for a lack of rotation, but it worked this time. Like, we saw France go into their second match day against Wales and they rotated, and they really, really struggled at the start of that game because of that. And in a 6-game tournament, right? The most games a nation's going to play is 6 games. There's no room for complacency, right? You have to play your full strength 11. You have to get the result. And Sarina Wiegman did that yesterday against Wales. She said, I know what I want to do here with this 11. And then she gave the opportunity to all of the game changers who came on and did change the game and added value to the performance. So for Sarina Wiegman, I think she's a major tournament manager. We know that she excels in these environments. And you look at Euro 2022, she hardly changed the starting 11. So for England, it was about just starting on the front foot. They did that. They got the game changers in. There's 3 more games left to play at the maximum. You've got to have your full strength 11 playing in all of them. So I think it was one in the dugout. It was going to be one regardless, just based on the plethora of talent. But Sarina Wiegman's handled this tournament in my eyes perfectly.
Yeah, well, she's now made Ella Toone one of her starters.
Yeah.
And I think Ella Toone has had a brilliant tournament. And before we jump into talking about her, let's hear what she had to say, because I was able to catch up with her in the mix zone yesterday after the Wales game. And you might remember I caught up with her after the France game, and it was a very different story. Huge smile on her face, of course, but really lovely to see her in good spirits. And here's what she had to say. Hi Ella, congratulations. I just wanted to ask you about what that feeling is like when you link up with your best mate Alessia Russo on the pitch.
Oh yeah, it's meant not many best friends can say that they play for England together and they assist each other. So it was nice for her to assist me, and it was nice for me to repay the favour. She really deserves that. She works so hard for us. She's created a lot of chances for us, and it was nice for her to finally get that goal. And I was just praying that I weren't offside for her.
And we spoke to some of the Sweden players yesterday. They said it's a revenge mission. They want to get their own back on the last Euros. Will they?
Well, I mean, of course they're going to say that. Of course they're going to want to beat us, but we're the same. We want to beat them. We want to beat every team that we play against, and we know that it's going to be a tough game. They're having a really good tournament so far, so yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and we've just got to take the confidence and the performance that we've put into these last two games into the next one.
And when I saw you after the France game, and you guys were all quite downbeaten, and you said got so much to improve on. What is that magic thing that's changed? You got the smiles back on your faces.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit of a rocket. But yeah, I mean, it was a good lesson. I think you always learn so much from the games that you don't win, and we definitely did that. We had a lot of conversations, but the good thing is that we turned it into actions, and we've really shown what English football is about. We work hard, we've got that fight, and we've got that togetherness, and yeah, that's definitely what we've put into these last two games.
Proper England?
Proper England. Thank you.
Oh, great to hear from Ella Toon there. She's in great spirits. And as a reminder, you can catch all of those videos in full on Haters TV YouTube channel. Please do go check them out. There's loads of content from last night, and we'll continue to keep bringing you loads of content throughout the tournament from all the games that we are at and all the fan stuff and everything. Lots of fun stuff on there. But a couple of things I want to touch on from her interview there. She said it was a rocket, like they almost needed it. They needed that France game to just really rocket them to doing what they are doing now.
Yeah, we were talking about how England didn't have the nicest draw, but I think it worked out for them in the end, right? They were able to correct on a very, very poor display against France, and then they went into the Netherlands. And it's about finding motivation in this team, and that is what they should pride themselves on. They were able to self-motivate themselves, to bring themselves back to proper England, play the Lionesses way, get that Netherlands result, and then roll on Wales, right? They gave destiny to themselves. So Ella Toon did that, and I thought that change was the biggest impact that Sarina Wiegman had on this tournament, bringing Lauren James, who's obviously not played a lot of football, so her tracking back's not going to be the best. She's not had a lot of playing minutes. She's not as fit as she usually is. So playing her on the wing, allowing her to have that creative freedom is just exactly what you need to do. But Ella Toon has been genuinely perfect in every performance. Last night, a goal and assist, 20 out of 20 passes accurate, completed. That is the first player to do that since 2013 at a Women's Euros.
Wow.
So she is on fire. She's playing incredibly well. And I think it goes to show that the quality that England have in their setup really helped Tooney flourish. And it's wonderful to see.
Oh, it was really funny. She got asked, oh, should you have been player of the match? And she was like, oh, Kira Walsh should be player of the match in any game that she plays. But maybe if I'd have been on the pitch longer, then I might have got it.
Too humble. I think she deserved it.
That's
oh my gosh.
a really sweet way of putting it. But yeah, she also said she really wants to be playing more than 45 minutes. She's not shy about saying that. You know, she wants to be on that pitch for as long as possible. And I really rate that, because I think it's easy to say like, oh, you know, whatever the manager wants from me.
Role.
Yeah, play my role. And obviously she does. She does
Yeah.
do that whenever she goes on, she plays her role. But also she wants to be playing 90 minutes and she wants to show Sarina Wiegman why she should be playing 90 minutes. And she's doing just that.
Yeah.
So, long may that continue. Well, talking of player of the match, the chosen player of the match was Kira Walsh, and another player of the match in an England game who didn't score, which I thought was nice. We had that the other day when Alessia Russo got 3 assists but didn't score. Alessia Russo, of course, got her first goal of the tournament last night. We'll hear from her in a little bit. But Kira Walsh, what impressed you about Kira Walsh last night?
Kira Walsh was back at her very best. She was back in her Euro 2022 form. I thought that we had rewinded the tape 3 years when we were watching her in that summer, because she was just electric. The way that she anchored the midfield, the way that she dictated the tempo of play, it's a vintage Kira Walsh performance. And that's exactly why England were able to be so aggressive and expressive and creative in the final third, because you've got a 6 who can ping crosses like they've got a bloody Apple AirTag attached to the forwards. So she was absolutely incredible, to be honest. And I love when Kira Walsh is firing, because it's like good old fashioned football, right? She's a proper English footballer in the way that she uses the ball. So yeah, very excited to see her.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we heard from Kira Walsh yesterday because in the post-match manager press conferences, we'll always hear from a manager, and we hear from the player of the match too. So because that person was Kira Walsh yesterday, we got to hear from her.
Games.
Yeah, I think that's kind of was the main message from the first game. Like, Sarina just wanted us to be confident and enjoy it. And I think, yeah, that's kind of, we obviously play better football when we do that. And like you said, I think there was more flow to the game tonight. There was better connections. And yeah, I think we're just trying to keep that going and keep the momentum going in the next games. Obviously, it was a tough start. And I think, maybe the pressure did kick us into gear a little bit. But yeah, France are a top team. And I think it was more about finding our confidence and enjoying it rather than needing a bit of a shock. I think in that game we lacked confidence and bravery, and that's what we tried to put right in these two games. And yeah, I think that's why we scored a few goals.
Sweden up next. What do you expect from them? How tough a challenge will they be?
Yeah, I think, they've had an incredible group as well. They had a really strong game against Germany, so it's going to be a really tough opposition. But yeah, we're just going to keep trying to focus on what we're doing, keep being confident, playing good football, and yeah, we'll see when Sarina starts doing the tactics in the next few days.
Yeah, she spoke about momentum there, and actually, I think quite a few of the players spoke about momentum in terms of what England needed to change, and now that momentum is with England, it feels like it's come at the right time. If you're going to lose a game, you want it to be that first one to then twist the momentum and hopefully just keep building, right?
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with losing a game in a major tournament if you don't get knocked out, right? These things happen. Like, if anything, it's going to make England correct themselves and look at what they need to exploit. The only issue is it maybe gives other teams an opportunity to say these are their weaknesses. However, if you've watched and done your analysis on England, they were probably there already. So yeah, for England to pick up their form right now, it feels like their momentum is incredible. 10 goals in 2 games. That is exactly the spot that they want to be in. So yeah, for the Lionesses, it seems to me like it's only up from here.
Yeah, it all felt very dramatic and sort of like the world was coming to an end after that France game. And actually, from what we've seen from that point on, it feels like it could be the best thing that happened to England in this tournament. So watch this space.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
It's a very exciting space to watch.
Jamie, I think we've got an update on the poll.
We do. So 58% of our viewers think Ella Toone should have been player of the match. I am with the 58% of the viewers, but keep voting. Let us know what you think about player of the match.
Yeah, do let us know. And if it's not one of our 4 choices, let us know who you think it should be. We want to hear from you as always in the comments. You also might have noticed we moved back inside today because it's raining in Zurich. I hear it's quite nice in England, but I might be wrong.
It's weird, isn't it? Nice in England, bad in Switzerland. It's a parallel universe, I feel, that we're living in.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the sun will be back out here and we can go back to the balcony spot because we got some good feedback from that. So we will keep giving you what you want. Okay. Well, the next player we're going to hear from is a player who has impressed all season in the WSL. She won the Golden Boot joint with Bunny Shaw. You probably guessed who I'm talking about by now.
No idea, actually.
Yeah, a little quiz for you at home. Not a very difficult one. But yes, of course, Alessia Russo. She had a phenomenal season with Arsenal and she's come in to the Euros in fine form. I put her down as my Golden Boot winner. Feels maybe not. We've had a few England players with more, but you never know. She, of course, got her goal-scoring campaign off to a start yesterday, which was amazing to see because she's been doing so much work off the ball, like not with the scoring, but nice for her to score. And as a striker, that's what you want to be doing. And she had the smile back on her face, just excited to have done that. And we heard from Tooney earlier about just how special it is for her to play with her best mate, Russo, on the pitch. And Russo said very similar words. And here's what she had to say in the mix zone when I caught up with her after the game last night.
Hi Ella, congratulations. I just wanted There seems to be a real whole group mentality, even by the way you see the guys celebrating, running over to the bench, all the snaps that were being given out. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, that's for the girls on the side to tell you about. They've been having some fun. But no, it's great. The team chemistry is massive in tournament football. You need those bonds and those connections to go through. You're away for a long time. So, yeah, it's nice to kind of feel like a family, which we definitely do at the moment, which is, showing in our performances on the pitch as well.
Yes, you can catch the full clip of that on the Haters TV YouTube channel, where she talks in detail about playing with Ella Toon and how proud she is of her for what she's overcome this year and now shining. But something she said there was around that whole group mentality. And I think that was something I picked up on just because it was really special to see. A lot of the game changers came on and scored. You've got Beth Mead doing it. You've got Aggie Beaver-Jones doing it. Shout out to both of them, by the way. Yeah. Just amazing. Really happy for them to get their first goals of the tournament too, especially Aggie. Yeah, we love Aggie. We love Aggie. And she was telling us the other day about how surreal it all is. It must feel even more surreal now for her having got that first goal. And for Beth Mead, I mean, people might forget that. Maybe, well, hopefully people don't forget, but how good she was in the 2022 tournament. She was player of the tournament. She was Golden Boot winner, and she went on to win the Sports Personality of the Year, and deservedly so. But yeah, it's really fab to see that 3 years later she's just as good. Yeah, it's so exciting. And I think from an England perspective, it's so exciting as well, because she is still in form. She's still scoring goals for the Lionesses. But if she was your leading goal scorer right now and the player of the tournament, there's an area of concern about that, right? Because it means it was 3 years ago. We need to move on. We need to have a fresh batch of talent. But we still want that old talent to be making the impact. So for England, it's about Beth Mead coming off the bench at a Euros, making impact, scoring, helping England get to the knockouts. But you're not relying on her to replicate the success of Euro 2022. You've got so much talent. You've got Alessia Russo, who was once the game changer, who's now the starter. And I think that's going to be the progression. I think in 4 years' time, we'll be talking about the fact that Alessia Russo is coming off the bench and making an impact while Aggie Beaver-Jones is being the starting 9. So yeah, it's a very exciting progression for the Lionesses, and too many questions are raised about the product of youth in the England setup, because I think Sarina does it so well and she's integrated it so well, and Beth Mead is still banging in the goals. Yeah, so nice to see. And yeah, they were doing this thing. So when the game changers scored, they ran over to the bench, and the bench is all going like this, like clicking, and they're all sort of hugging, and it's really lovely. And I don't know the conversations. I wasn't able to speak to any of them exactly, but I guess there's something in training that they're all talking about, like, we can go and be those game changers, like Sarina's coining it. And yeah, let's go do that. And then they're doing it, and they're all just celebrating each other's successes, which is just so lovely to see. Really, really nice. So yeah, and I think it just sets that tone for whole group mentality, like one team, one dream, like let's all go do it, whatever your role is. Even those players we've spoken about who might not get minutes, they're still there. They're still an integral part of the team. 100%. Well, we also caught up with Georgia Stanway yesterday in the Mix Zone. For those of you who watch the show, you might know I'm quite a big Stanners fan. I'm a Stanway stan, as they call it. Clever. Yeah, thanks. I mean, who isn't though? Yeah, who isn't? Who if you don't love Georgia Stanway, give your head a wobble. Yeah. She is honestly like one of the most lovable footballers in the world. She really is. She really is. And yeah, she took that penalty yesterday, and that's just its mentality. Yeah. You know, there's so many people on that team who could take a penalty. She's clearly that person who's been chosen to go and take that penalty. She executed it perfectly. Something I asked her about yesterday in the press conference, actually, in the Mix Zone, actually. Let's hear what she had to say.
Georgia, congratulations. First off, just how does it feel to get that win out of the way and get through the group?
Yeah, it feels good. It was important that we carried on the way that we were against the Netherlands, and that was the game where we kind of set the standard and we set the bar for ourselves. And yeah, we just needed to repeat it today. Very happy to be out of the group. There's been many moments this tournament where we thought we could have a chance of going home. But yeah, it's really nice to be here for another few days.
Relief?
I think the last game was relief. That was relief and pride. Whereas I feel like this game was about us executing exactly what we wanted to do. We knew that we were going to be the better team, but it was making sure that we could get the ball over the line.
And to do so, scoring 6 goals must feel good as well.
Yeah, of course, and obviously, wow, I can't speak. Us getting the early goal allowed us to be able to relax, allowed us to be able to settle in, and allowed people to make their European debuts.
only Sweden next, so you've got previous with, and they look good the other night, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. It was a crazy game. I thought I was watching it in fast forward at one point. But yeah, Sweden are good. They're a direct team. They're physical. They can pose us challenges, and I don't think we've played that style of play in the group so far. So yeah, we've got a lot of experience about them, and I'm happy to see some of my teammates.
Congratulations, cheers, Roger.
Thank you very much.
And talking of that rivalry, when you were stepped up to take that penalty, the guys behind the goal, all the Wales fans, what was going through your head seeing all of them screaming?
You just kind of get yourself in your own headspace. Breathing techniques, blocking anything out. And yeah, when you've got your own technique, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and happy it worked today.
She's spoken so much about her mentality and what she's worked on, because she's obviously been out for a long time with injury, and doing the tattoos and everything has helped. For those of you who don't know, she's a tattoo artist.
Yeah, incredible.
Incredible. Go check out her Instagram, and it's amazing. But yeah, mindset and mentality, she just feels like a big game player with that mentality that she's got, and I think being that move to Bayern Munich has really helped with that. Yeah, Georgia Stanway is one of the unsung heroes in terms of a leadership perspective from the England setup, right? Like, she, amongst the few, like Leah Williamson is in that bracket, players that have been playing in the senior England setup since a young age. Kira Walsh is another one, and you can tell that translates on her attitude. And obviously when she did the press conference, I think it was last week after the France game, she was the player that stepped up and said, I'm ready to front the media and talk about the fact that we need to improve. She coins the phrase proper England, and it's all over the media. But it goes to show that she's such an integral part of this Lionesses squad, right? She knows what the identity of being an England female footballer is. So yeah, it's really, really important that Georgia Stanway's in the squad. And you mentioned the move to Bayern Munich. I think that has got why her head is so screwed on. She's one of the only English players to go to the German league, and she loves it there. She's got a very long-term contract at Bayern Munich. She's learning German. Now she's a tattoo artist. And yeah, it's incredible to see her personal growth, and you can see that translate on the pitch.
Oh yeah, she's thriving.
Thriving.
In more ways than one.
You would be in Munich though. What a life.
Yeah, what a life.
Oh, amazing. Well, we're going to take a brief pause from our Lioness content and do some tops stickers. Come on. Because we realised yesterday we're doing so well. Yesterday's pack, it was more swaps than gots. Yeah.
Said that right.
More swaps than gots. So it just shows that we are making progress on this sticker book, and we've already been having some discussions with some of you guys on our swapping platform, gotswaps.club. Reminder to sign up. It's on the bottom of your screen now. If you are trying to complete this sticker book, do get on that swapping platform, gotswaps.club. Everyone can then swap what we've got, what we need, and it'll be amazing. And if you haven't got a book yet, it's not too late. It's not too late. It is certainly not too late.
Go on then. Thank you. I will go.
Let's
first.
go. Let's hope for some new ones today.
Yeah, I really hope so. Oh, this is a good one. A shiny Iceland Glodis Perla Vigosdottir.
Okay, shiny.
Oh, it's a good one.
Oh my gosh, go tell me.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Tell me.
It's Lauren James.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, so good.
What a result.
So good.
Wow.
So good.
Clever. Might not get better than that, actually.
It's not going to get
Yeah,
better
that's top Titana Bomati. You've heard it here first.
That actually might have topped Bomati. Wow. I'm so pleased with that. What a day to get it as well.
Yeah, that is.
Shout out to LJ.
We love LJ.
We've got Finland's Emma Kavisto. We do have her. So that is a swap.
That's a swap.
This one we do not have, because I was saying yesterday I really want to get this, and I've got it. It's the logo. It's the Euro Switzerland 2025 logo.
Okay, that's a good one. You're not getting that, but you can get the other ones.
We've got Dolores Silva of Portugal.
Nice.
And we have Alicia Lehman of Switzerland.
Nice. There's some new ones in there.
That's a really good pack. I'm really
excellent
pleased
pack.
with that pack.
Okay, shall we?
Yes.
Here we go.
You're not gonna top Lauren James.
No, I'm not.
Although please try, because
I'll try my hardest. Honestly, I'm here to try. Okay, we have got shiny tops card. We've got that, don't we?
Yeah, we do on the swaps platform.
On the swaps platform.
Gotswaps.club.
We've got Thea Bielde from Norway. I don't think we have her.
I'm not sure.
We've got Elena Linari from Italy. Don't think we have her either, actually.
TBC.
Okay, we've got a France legend, Laura Georges.
Oh, we've got her. On the swaps platform.
We have Ohani Hernandez from Spain.
Got her.
Got her as well. And we've got Tun.
Not sure. We've got some stadiums. We might not
I don't
sure.
think we've got that.
Hopefully. We've not actually been there yet.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't think we're going to get there,
No,
are we?
I don't think there's any games left, is there?
Apparently it's beautiful, though. If you're ever in Switzerland, go to Thun.
Go to Thun. Well, there's some new ones, there's some old ones. Make some friends on the website. I think that's a win in my books.
Definitely. Both great, 2 great packs. Let's get swapping. gotswaps.club. See you there. Okay, well, the final lioness that we're going to hear from today in today's show, as a reminder, you can catch all the interviews in full on Haters TV YouTube channel and across all our social media platforms, is, of course, the captain, the one and only Leah Williamson. Yeah, she was saying the other day how proud she was of the team. And she said that again yesterday. She said, I'm always proud. It was really nice. I'm always proud. But yeah, here is what she had to say in the mix zone following yesterday's emphatic win.
What's the overriding sense of emotion after getting out of the group?
Good. That's what we came to do. Obviously, we would have liked 3 wins. Didn't happen, but I think the way we pulled ourselves back after the first game, and we look more and more like ourselves.
You said you were really proud after the Netherlands game.
Yeah.
I presume that's a sense of feeling that's kind of extended the better you play during this tournament.
Yeah, and today was a completely different task. So the girls did an excellent job again. I am proud. I'm always proud, but I think when you talk about doing something and then you do it, then like we know what we went out there to do and we did it.
Got a really difficult game next up though, right? I mean, Sweden look like they're playing fantastic football right now.
Yeah, obviously they dismantled Germany. We watched it last night, so an interesting game, and I don't expect it will be the same as last time we faced them in this tournament. Not the same game at all, so we'll be ready and they'll be ready. We know that, and I think we know each other quite well, so we'll both have to be at our best.
Yeah, you're going to be asked lots of questions about Bramall Lane in the semi-final, but this feels like a new Sweden, right?
Yeah, very much the same as us being in New England. Like, I think it's a completely different fixture now. So less looking back and more just about whatever comes at us, being ready for that and bringing our game.
Yeah, you cannot get Stina Blackstenius, can you?
Yeah. You know what? I'm so looking forward to seeing Stina. I think I've missed her being my teammate, but I'll save that till after the 90.
Oh, so nice to hear from Leah there. And yeah, she's looking forward to seeing Stina Blackstenius.
Who isn't looking forward to seeing Sarina Wiegman? Lovely kit here.
Yeah, lovely
Repping
Stina
next
kit
to
here.
England. It's going to be a very, very juicy tie.
Oh, it's going to be so juicy. And of
Mhm.
course, we will preview it properly as we approach it because still quite a few days to go.
Yeah.
But just now, I think we've seen Sweden against Germany. They were impressive. There's also this underlying tone of revenge from 2022, where of course England beat Sweden 4-0. So there's a lot to prove here for Sweden. And Sweden look like a better side. They're going to put up a lot more of a fight than that. I'm sure of that. But what do you think we can expect from that juicy quarterfinal on Thursday?
So many things. I'm so excited for this quarterfinal. I was secretly hoping this would come together. I think that there's a lot of narrative in this tie, and also the fact that both sides really match each other up very well. I think that either side, it's going to be who plays their game better. It's not really exploiting the vulnerabilities of the other side. Whereas I think if England had played Germany, both teams kind of maybe have an edge in certain areas. Whereas Sweden and England, it's a nice tie, right? They both play direct football. They want to be physical on the ball. So going forward, it's going to be a really, really nice matchup. But I think for England, they can expect a lot of physicality in the front line, right? They've got some big forwards. We know how like Stina Blackstenius is fast, but also likes to use her body, right? So that poses a bit of a threat. But now you've got this nice midfield matchup, right? Where you've got some veterans in there. You've also got Kira Walsh, who's going to be trying to outmark the Swedes, but a lot of WSL players on either side, a lot of players we know very well. So Sweden-England is going to be the quarterfinal to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we spoke to Natalie Bjorn, Chelsea's Natalie Bjorn, a couple of days ago after the Sweden game. Of course, we didn't know for sure that it was going to be England, but I said it's potential. How would you feel about that tie? And she said, yeah, we're ready. Like, there's revenge. And she also said she thinks they're beatable. She thinks England are beatable. So, but England think exactly the same about Sweden, right? Whichever team is on the top of their game on the day will come out on top. And it's It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm
so
really excited for that one. That one is Thursday night at 8 p.m. UK time. You do not want to miss it. Of course, there's no football today for the first
What are we
time
gonna do
in
with
12
ourselves?
days. And there's also no football tomorrow. So, 2 days, what we can do, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But so many exciting matches to look forward to. The 4 quarterfinal ties, just as a recap, it is Norway versus Italy, Sweden versus England, Spain versus Switzerland, and France versus Germany. Other than the Sweden-England one, what's your pick of those?
I'm very excited to see Spain versus Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I'm the most excited, other than Sweden, England. Look, I think we know who will probably come out on top of that game, but it's the narrative.
Yeah.
It's the world champions against the host nation. It's Switzerland have already done enough to inspire the entire country, and the effect that they've had on the people of Switzerland is so beautiful. Now they've got a free hit, basically, at the world champions. Whatever happens, their nation will be proud of them, and Spain obviously have a point to prove. So, yeah, that is going to be a tasty fixture.
Definitely. Well, I can see a comment coming through from Laura Howard, which is an exciting comment.
Oh, this is Laura Howard has said just queued for a sandwich behind the Wales team at Zurich airport. Well, I'm glad it's not the
Wow.
England team.
Yeah, exactly.
That is very funny. Get an autograph from Jess Fishlock or something. Like, get a
Yeah.
photo.
Talking of, I met a relative of Jess Fishlock yesterday.
We're meeting relatives every game we
in
go
St.
to.
Gallen. I know, honestly. They're so happy to talk and they're so excited. She had
Yeah.
Fishlock on the back of her shirt and she goes, "Oh, well, this is my name." And I was like, "It's your name?" She's like, yeah. I'm a distant cousin. It was like a second cousin of Jess Fishlock.
Nice.
And I was like, wow. So you can literally wear a Fishlock shirt and actually be a Fishlock. That's pretty cool.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No, definitely not. Well, maybe
Well,
Laura can ask for one.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask for a shirt for us, Laura. Add to our collection.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Oh, well, thank you as always for getting involved. Your comments, the poll results. I think Ella Toon topped the poll.
It looks like Ella Toon came out on top.
With who should have been player of the match, or who was your player of the match, I should say. So yeah, I mean, there were so many options. I don't think there was a wrong option yesterday. At about 80 minutes, I said to the people next to me, "Who do you think is going to get player of the match?" We all said a different person.
Yeah.
So it really was one of those games. And I think that is testament to England, testament to Sarina Wiegman. And yeah, shout out to the Lionesses.
Yeah.
And, Jamie, what did you tell me this morning? You said it.
I think it's coming home.
Yeah.
I think it could be coming home, guys. Not to raise any alarm bells.
Jamie said, at this point in time, no one is playing better than the Lionesses. And I was like, okay, I'm so glad you agree, because I don't know if that's just my English bias saying that,
It's
but
not.
Jamie agrees. So you heard it here first. It's coming home.
Book your tickets, 27th of July in Basel, St. Jakob Park. It's coming home. So we'll see you there.
Talking of tickets, actually, I must give a shout out. You know, the lovely Lauren we spoke to
Yes.
the other day outside Zurich Stadium. I then spoke to Lauren Hemp about that fan, Lauren, because young Lauren's favourite player was Lauren Hemp. And that was a really lovely moment where Lauren Hemp spoke about how special it is to be role models. And young Lauren's mum, who had surprised Lauren with those tickets, messaged me on Instagram yesterday and said she is desperate to try and come to the final. She's looking for tickets. So this is a bit of a call to action. If anyone has spare tickets or would like to help inspire young Lauren by getting her to the final, please do give us a shout. We'd love to make that happen. If we can do anything at all to help, we will do our best.
Instagram, DM us, let us know.
Yeah, let us know any spare tickets. Lauren's mum is happy to drive and get the travel here and everything. But yeah, just let us know. Just thought I'd give that one a little plug, because we want to do whatever we can to help if we can. Amazing. Well, that just about brings us to the end of today's show. So much content, so much Lioness excitement. We hope you're just as excited about the England and what they've done in those last 2 games, and hopefully they can bring that into that match against Sweden on Thursday. We are going to take a break from the show tomorrow because there's no football today or tomorrow, but we will be back on Wednesday morning at the usual time of 9 a.m. UK time. So you don't want to miss it. We'll then do all of those quarterfinal days, previews, reviews, and back into the flow of it. But yeah, just one day off tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. There'll be plenty of content on the Haters TV YouTube channel in the meantime. and across all our social media platforms. The quiz will continue. Please do get involved in our wonderful daily Euros quiz. And that just about brings us to the end of the show.
Wow.
So thank you, Jamie, for being as enthusiastic about the Lionesses as I am. I've been enthusiastic since day dot. You picked up your excitement on about day 7 of the competition, but we'll take it.
I'm on board.
She's on board. It's coming home. We hope you're on board the Lionesses train too. And we will see you back here on Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining us.